Have you ever heard of a place so cursed that the night itself becomes your enemy? Welcome to Kamoshbasti, the silent settlement, a village bound by an ancient and terrifying secret. Centuria Sago, a wandering dervish, denied shelter on a freezing night, cast a chilling curse with his dying breath. He declared that from that day forward, the night would belong to the shadows. Anyone who dared to wander the streets after dusk or welcome a stranger into their home would be lost forever, never to see the light of day again. Our story begins with Aram, a young architect from the city. Driving through the countryside, his car suddenly sputtered and died. With no phone signal and the sun sinking fast, he saw the faint flicker of lanterns in the distance. He decided to walk towards the village, completely unaware of the ancient terror that awaited him there. As he crossed the village boundary, a heavy, unnatural silence fell. The streets were spotless, yet completely empty. Every window was barred, every door bolted tight from the inside. Confused, Aram knocked on a heavy wooden door. "Hello!" "My car broke down. Could I possibly stay the night?" Silence was his only reply, but he felt an unnerving sensation, as if dozens of unseen eyes were watching him through the cracks in the shutters. He tried house after house, his desperation growing with the deepening twilight. Finally, a small, weathered door creaked open just a crack. An old man with haunted, sunken eyes grabbed Aram's arm and yanked him inside, slamming the door and bolting it with 3 heavy iron latches. "You fool," the old man hissed, his voice trembling with fear. "The night has already begun. You shouldn't be here." He quickly explained the village's dreadful law. After sunset, the shadows roam. If a household takes in a stranger, they must stay awake until dawn, because the curse will use every trick imaginable to lure them into opening the door. At exactly 2 in the morning, a soft, familiar tapping began. Aram Honey opened the door. "It's Ma. It's so cold out here," a voice cried. It was unmistakably his mother's voice. Aram's heart leaped, and his hand shot towards the bolt. But the old man threw himself in front of him, pinning him against the wall. "It is a lie," he whispered fiercely. "If you open that door, the shadows will take not just you, but everyone under this roof. The long night was a torment." The sounds from outside shifted and changed. First, it was his mother's heart-wrenching sobs. Then, the cheerful laughter of his friends, calling his name. Finally, as the hours dragged on, the human sounds twisted into the guttural growls of something not human at all. The old man sat in the corner, eyes shut tight, whispering ancient prayers until the first sliver of dawn light pierced the darkness and spilled onto the floor. "You may leave now," the old man said, his voice cold and distant. Exhausted but relieved, Aram stepped out into the morning sun. The village was now alive with people, all silently going about their chores. He walked back to where he'd left his car, but the vehicle was gone. In its place stood an ancient, weathered tombstone. He leaned closer and his blood ran cold. Etched into the stone was his own name, Arham, January 19th, 2026. Panic seized him. He ran back to find the old man, spotting him tilling a field nearby. "Sir, My car is gone, and that grave. What is happening? The old man looked up at Arhim, but his eyes were vacant, showing no sign of recognition. Who are you, boy? I live alone. I haven't opened my door to a stranger in 20 years. No one survives a night on the street. A wave of dread washed over Arham. He looked down at his own hands and gasped. They were becoming translucent, fading like mist in the morning air. He glanced at the ground, and a final, horrifying realization struck him. Even though the sun was now high in the sky, he cast no shadow. He understood then. The curse had claimed him the moment he stepped into the village at twilight. The old man who supposedly saved him was never real. He was a projection of his own mind. A last, desperate hallucination his soul created before it was harvested by the darkness. Aram is now a part of the legend of Kamashbasti. Some travelers say that on certain nights, if you look closely, you can see the faint figure of a young man standing near the village entrance. He waves his arms frantically, trying to warn people away. But if you get too close, he vanishes into the Folga guardian spirit, forever bound to the village that never speaks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales from the shadows.